So good morning, Selena. I'm here and today we are going to make brown bread. Okay, I'm 24 hours late, but you know, this is a busy house and I had to try and find some free counter space to actually get the work done. So I've already got all the ingredients ready, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a list for you, and then you can decide whether this is something that you want to make or not. But it's no yeast, straight into the oven, it's easy peasy, nice and squeezy. Brown bread, and kids love it. They love it toasted, they love it ordinary, they love it every other way. I'm going to try and keep the camera facing this way so you can see the mess that's going on the other side of the kitchen. Kitchen is very quiet today because the kids are at school and I'm having some down baking time on my own, therapeutic. So I'm going to move this camera, so you're probably, I want to get the whole of the countertop because I understand the logistical problems that you were talking about in terms of getting yourself set up. So we've got the back end of the kitchen here. Now just to tell you, I've already got the oven on. It's preheating. I'll have to do centigrade and Fahrenheit conversion for you as well because I'm not quite sure how that is, right? But it's on at 180 at the moment for me, so I will work that out for you. And I will do cups to grams because obviously I'm not quite sure, right? So we have a mixing bowl, which is nice and brown and quite big. Now I'm quite bad when I'm doing this on my own because I tend to just fire in ingredients and not bother measuring them. But here we go, I have a weighing scale, and I found the top of another weighing scales, but that doesn't matter because it's still a weighing scales. And I have a really cheapy weighing scales that actually measures grams and milliliters, so I can do liquid and like flours and hard goods and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what? Every weighing scales probably does this, but I just think mine is super special because it was super cheap. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to put in our wholemeal. Okay, so I like coarse wholemeal. People go on and on and on about different brands that they like and they don't like. To me, I don't really care which one goes in because you've got to be kidding me. You'll have to wait. Remind me. Everybody loves the remind me button on their iPhone, right? I just hope nothing happened. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we need hard ingredients of about 450 grams in total, okay? So I like to put in about 300 grams of coarse wholemeal. Okay, so we've got 349 because I over-tipped. Okay, but that's no big deal because this is then just going to be more of a wholemeal loaf. And I'm going for plain all-purpose flour. People say to sieve this. I have never, ever sieved it in my entire time of making brown bread. So we need to bring that up to 450 grams. 451 is good. Okay, so what we do is we tip the two of them in like that. Okay, so I like to keep this nice and simple because the kids don't like loads of fluffy stuff in bread and it needs to be quite nice for them, alright? So what I do is I just mix the two of them together and make sure the flour is all mixed up because you don't want a big patch of flour on its own. So mix. Squeak. That tap is very satisfying. And then we have some bread soda. Oh my god, I don't have a teaspoon. Hang on. I'm coming back. So, here I am with a teaspoon. So I take a teaspoon of bread soda, a loaded one. In she goes. We take a teaspoon of salt. Out of the jar. Boom. In it goes. And mix around. Get it all blended in. So the bread soda is actually acting as our yeast. Okay? So we don't have to put any yeast into this to make it rise. You don't have to leave it. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, so now we have to go for the wet ingredients. Okay, most importantly, honey. One big squeeze. And then because I have the milliliter measurement on my weighing scales, this is buttermilk. Okay, so I need 350 milliliters of buttermilk. Okay, well that's 370, but you know what? It's Irish brown bread, it's whatever way you want to make it. And, oh, I forgot the ingredients. I need an egg. Hang on, extra break. now. And here we have an egg. You see, professional chefs would already have all of this stuff, right? But you know what? I'm not a professional chef. So, did we put everything in? We put in the salt, we put in the bread soda, we put in the egg, we put in the honey. Okay, and you just get your fork and you literally just muck it all up. There's something very satisfying about mixing things. Some people like to make a dry brown bread where they can actually knead it before they put it into the oven. I don't. It's just like, that to me is what you would call torture. Torture, torture, torture. So, that's the kind of consistency, woohoo, it's a bit wobbly, that you have in there. So what you need to do, how professional is that? What you need to do is you need to make sure you just scrape it off the bottom, that there's no pockets of flour or wholemeal that haven't been mixed in, because it can be quite doughy. Boom, done. One baking knife. Now, I actually have a tub of margarine that I keep especially for greasing tins. You see what I mean? So this is not used for anything else only this. So you get your tissue paper, your margarine, and your boom, boom, boom. Okay. And you pop it around the sides, like that. And so you have one grease tin, right? And then you chop it all in. This bowl is actually really heavy. I remember now why I don't actually use it for stuff like baking bread. So I'm sorry for being loud, but I'm going to just try and show you. It's just, I really don't want to see pictures of my rear end emptying out brown bread. Boop, there we go. Okay, how easy is that? Okay, so you just flatten it out in the tin. Okay, as you can see, there we go. And of course I have a knife because I'm prepared. Okay, and we put an X or a cross, or it's not really an X, it's a cross. An X basically. And I'm going to pop it into the oven. And I'm going to bake it for about 45 to 50 minutes. I will show you how you tap the bottom to see is it hollow, and then you get to eat it. Bye! So I'm going to get the brown bread out of the oven for you. Alright, it has been 45 minutes. I can't bring you over here because the kitchen is a mess. But here we have one brown bread. Okay, so my oven is slightly wonky. It seems to heat on one side more than the other. This is very hot. So what I do is I get a tea towel, woof, and tip it out. See how easy it comes out with the margarine? So it is hollow. So what I do is I wrap it up in the tea towel while it is hot, and I leave it sitting like that for about a half an hour, because what that does, it makes the crust soft, which makes it easy for the kids to eat, and it means that there's less waste, because if there's a really hard crust on the brown bread, then the kids won't eat it, right? So I'm just going to pop that tin over there. And just for the purposes of today, because I have to go and do a school pickup and I don't want to have to come back to this later on because I'm going to be doing homework, I have a breadboard. This is not recommended, okay? However, it is done quite often because the temptation of hot brown bread is savage. So I'm just going to move that down here like that. So you can see my bread is slightly wonky. Okay, but you know what? This house is wonky, so that's okay. And I'm going to get a bread knife because I am not prepared. And we have a bread knife. So I am going to cut the bread and I'm going to show you what the bread is like inside. So it's quite hard to cut when it's hot because one loaf of very, very hot, see the steam coming off it? brown bread. And this is Mama's slice. This is the slice that Mama gets to eat, and she gets to put butter on it, and it needs to melt in, and she can eat it all for herself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it back up in the tea towel again, because we can't have hard crusts in this house because we are fussy. And if you leave it in there, and it will be absolutely, look at that, beautiful. And I'm just for the purposes of this video, I am going to run over here and get my butter dish. Ta-da! And I'm going to use the bread knife, which is completely unorthodox. And I'm going to use at least 100 calories of butter. And see now, look, num 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 num. Delicious. Absolutely. My mother told me never to talk with my mouth full, but I have to tell you, it is quite good. So I will be waiting patiently for you to give me your first recipe. Preferably something easy, but no matter what it is, I'll be waiting. Okay? Bye-bye.